So I mentioned earlier in the show that Roland was looking first Sunday sharp. My man Brian Dawkins, you looking Men's Day sharp. Got the sweater, the collar,
the flower and the pocket square.
I
want you to make a little more poof there with that. Poof? Yeah, a little more. It's a little.
Down, my bad.
It's a little. Let me see.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got to make got to get the brother straight with pocket squares.
See, we got the multifaceted, versatile host. All right, let's talk some NFL, gentlemen. On the same day the Browns made Johnny Manziel their starting QB, the NFL announced yesterday it will not discipline him for an alleged domestic violence incident last month with his girlfriend, Colleen Crowley. Now, Manziel was never charged, and Crowley declined to press charges. Johnny, as he often does, made promises to be good. In a statement, he called the incident, quote, embarrassing, and he thanked the NFL for doing its due diligence. Now that Johnny has been named the starter for the rest of the season, B-Dark, I'll start with you. You expect him to create more havoc on the field rather than off of it?
I think he'll do better on the football field. And actually, he's been doing a little better on the football field.
He has improved a lot.
Yeah, his performance, he actually looks like he belongs in the National Football League. Off the football field, if you're saying that this is the domestic violence and it was just an argument, if that is now the definition.
Well, she did have, I believe, scratches or marks on her because she said, I believe she said he hit her head or pushed her head against the window. So initially, that was kind of the initial reports everybody had. And
right. She said push her head up against the window. He also said she was trying to get out of the car.
And he
grabbed
her.
To pull her back in from jumping out of a moving vehicle.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
so, I mean, again, it's one of those. You got to prove it, correct? And this is not to, call anybody a liar, but the police, they didn't charge him.
Right.
The evidence, the NFL said it was insufficient evidence.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then you move forward with that, knowing that, you're under the radar. If you're Johnny Manziel right now at this point, you know you're under the radar. So anything that you do is going to be magnified, to 100-fold because of what you've done in the past. Now, I know he came out earlier after he went into rehab. He's come out, and from there, really, he's been doing what he's supposed to do. If you talk to some of the guys in the locker room, he's doing what he's supposed to do. You just can't have these type of things show up on the radar. Even if you did absolutely nothing wrong, you just don't want to put yourself in a negative light. All that being said, I still think that he will do what he's supposed to do off the football field in order to stay on the football field, because at this point, he has to prove to the Browns, I actually deserve to be here, because if he does not, he won't be there. He'll be somewhere else.
First of all, I had to put my Texas A&M pin on.
You do?
Being a graduate of Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel, here's the deal with Johnny Manziel. The greatest thing that could happen to him was last year's failure. Remember, his first season starting at Texas A&M, he wins the Heisman. At that point, who can control big man on the campus? Goes into his second year. And so he needed to fail. He needed to be humbled and brought down. Last year did that to him. But here's a guy who's also prideful. He wants to succeed. He's made some amazing plays thus far. I believe it's smart for the Browns to give him this shot because he has been able to lend a certain amount of excitement and keeping them in the game. But he has to absolutely get better. If you're the Browns, you need to evaluate him because you're likely going to have a high draft pick next year. You got to make a decision. Do I want to pick a quarterback in the first round, second, or third? That will all be predicated on how he plays.
It seems like no matter what round they pick him a quarterback in, they don't tend to get that position right there. I will say this. Most concern to me, other than the domestic violence, the allegation was the fact that he admitted to the police officers he had been drinking. And that is, to me, where the trust issue comes in with him. So,
and that's why he has to show the team over the next several months, I'm the guy. Otherwise, they're going to relegate you to the back of the bus or ship you out of town.
Yep, I agree.
And for me, also, the fact that they do have services for that.
Right.
You can just go ahead and get yourself a car. If you know you're going to do anything like that, get yourself a car so the car can take you home, you and your wife home.
Alden Smith.
Girl home.
You hear that? Get a car.
They have those services.
Jesus.
We'll move on to another kind of murky quarterback situation in Denver. Denver Post columnist Mark Kisler is blaming the Broncos front office for setting Peyton Manning up for failure. He points to the poor offensive line, the hiring of Gary Kubiak as two ways in which the team did not put Manning in the best position to succeed, specifically also not trading for Joe Thomas at the deadline. I know it's a crazy sentence, but I'm going to throw it to you and maybe you can make sense of it. They failed Peyton Manning? Have they?
Which one of these cameras going to be a tight shot?
Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go.
He is old as dirt. Look at broke down Kobe.
Expert analysis.
Okay? You're old as dirt. You can't walk. They limited your repetitions on Wednesday. They try to put it in a running game so you don't have to pass all day. It's your job to tell the team, hey, my old feet hurt. Okay? And the bottom line is, you can talk all you want to about not a strong offensive line. This is not a team that was supposed to pass the ball 50 times a game. No, it's been his bad decision-making, his weak spaghetti-like throws, and the mistakes. And so, look, you can't blame him on that. But here's the other deal. They got the third best record in the AFC. This team ain't 2-7. So I'm trying to figure out.
It could be worse. They could be the Cowboys.
Right, absolutely. Hey, look, I'm a Texas fan. I'd take 7 wins in a heartbeat. But I don't understand how the world is falling apart in Denver. No, sit him down, rest his old body. Defense will say, bruh, we got this. So when you come back in 5 weeks, we should have 11 wins. Now let's try to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Tell us how you really.
I know, right?
Oh, I mean,
Nobody
just ain't whine or complain about the management. No, Peyton just old.
You know what? If there is any validity to that, it's the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
for sure.
When you bring in an offensive coordinator in Kubiak that runs the football, you're expecting that to lead the team. The running back, the running game, and now you don't lean so much on Peyton Manning throwing the football. That has not happened. Mm-hmm. The offensive line has struggled, and they've also struggled to protect him. Peyton has never been one of nimble feet to get out of the way.
He's not elusive.
Okay? That's not his strength. But you can't allow him to take that many hits at this point. The problem Peyton has is that not just the injuries, he's making bad decisions. So it's not just the injuries. He's throwing the ball in coverages that he should not throw the ball into, period. Jump balls, you can't throw those time and time again. So where there is some, like I said, validity to that stuff, offensive line-wise, them resting him on Wednesday, I rested on Wednesday. They did the exact same thing with me. I was older, to your point. I was older.
You like, look at here, I'm going to see y'all on Friday.
I appreciate the fact that y'all rested me on Wednesday. And that's just to help him out. But as far as the feet, as far as him being injured, there's nothing they can do about that.
Yeah, I'll just say this final thing is that, look, Denver is headed for the same awkward parting that Indianapolis avoided. Sometimes it's better to get rid of them too soon than too late. More to come. Thanks, B-Dog. Kristaps Porzingis, he had his best game as a rookie last night. Even dropped a little dream shake.
Oh, that wasn't a dream shake.
But the Knicks fans, you know that hype train is out of control. We will discuss it when we come back.
Crack addicts.
See how you act on somebody else's show, though? It's your